Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you're doing well. Today I want to share something which is very, very deep. It is something that really resonated with my soul in this very moment. And what I'd really like you to do is put on your headphones and sit in a space where you can be on your own for the next few minutes as you hear what I'm about to say. Let the words that come through your ears seep through your being and awaken that what these words are willing to awaken, or are here to remind your soul of what it truly is. You see, what happens is, in the chaos of our life, things are constantly happening and happening and happening, and we forget to just be still, to be present. So with this video, my intention is, inshallah ta'ala, with the help and guidance of my Allah, to bring you home back into your being through a journey that you will take as you listen to the words that I will be speaking now with you. So relax yourself, sit somewhere where you're able to close your eyes and your body can just be in a position where it's really, really comfortable. So come home to yourself through these words. Close your eyes and let these words be the healing that your soul is calling for. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Take a nice deep breath in, connect to your breath. Smile as you open the door towards your soul and walk with me and think of the words as that which you are speaking to your own self. So many times I have left a part of me to stand by someone else, to give them a voice, silenced mine, to give them peace, created chaos within my own being. As I sit here today, I ask, was it ever about them, or was it about my own understanding of them? They were only doing the work of God to awaken me to what I was losing, who I was chasing, what I was desiring, that what was keeping me stuck in the attachments of this dunya and blocking me to take the steps towards my Allah. Growing up, Allah was a huge monster, sitting there like a hawk, watching over when I would make a mistake and punish me. I always used to look around and wonder if he was looking at just me or keeping a watch on all those who were around me at the same time. How are all that they are doing okay when it's so wrong, when it feels so wrong within my being? I was just playing in the sand without shoes, and I was made to feel like I'm committing a horrific sin. How were they, the people who were shouting, beating, cursing, constantly complaining, running after money, status, socializing, abusing themselves and others closer to them, closer to God? For they were praying, they were connected to God, but yet that was not what was being seen through their actions. And how am I, who doesn't even know how to finish my maths homework, constantly being reminded that I am being watched and I am capable of committing a sin, and I am going to make a mistake that is not going to be forgiven? Why am I being punished? How and why were my mistakes always bigger and louder than any good that I did? Why is He not watching and being happy when I give all my Eid to my cousins? Or when I sat and listened to a friend who was sad? Or when I gave all my chocolates to someone I didn't even like? What about all the good that I do? Is that also being watched? How and why were my mistakes always so bigger than the good that I did? I ask myself today, was the bad ever about them? Or what Allah wanted me to be aware of through their actions? In the hope to be like them, I closed my eyes to me and started following them. So I too could be loved, could be seen, could be held, could be wanted by them and by Him. And so those I saw close to Him, I started following, for they were doing all the things that were right, that were religious, that would get me closer to Him, even though I knew what they were doing was hurting, with the hope that I too will be loved by Him, seen by Him, and be forgiven by Him. So like them, I lied. I lied in the hope to be held. I pretended I was happy when my soul was eroding. I silenced my dreams so I could be the one who could be sacrificed. I stayed where I felt unseen, just to not make anyone feel they don't matter. I sat in places and gatherings where my soul was suffocated, my voice was strangled, and my heart was broken over and over again, just so those around me could be heard, could be held, could be seen, and could be loved through me. I allowed myself to be humiliated over and over again, days after days, abandoned by others repeatedly, shrugged and laughed at, only so they would feel what I was feeling, so that they would not feel what I was feeling. I chose them so they wouldn't feel rejected. I stayed with them so they would not feel alone. I supported them so they knew I will stand by them. I became their voice so they would not feel unheard. I encouraged them to dream so they knew I believed in them. All I was doing was for them at the cost of myself, my peace. Choosing them, rejecting myself. Staying with them, abandoning myself. Supporting them, ignoring myself. Hearing them, silencing myself. Encouraging them, humiliating myself. With years gone by, I realized when connecting to my Allah through His names and the Ayaat of my Allah's book, that this myself I was rejecting, abandoning, insulting, ignoring, silencing and humiliating belonged to Him. The my and the self both. So by rejecting, by abandoning, by insulting, ignoring, silencing and humiliating this so-called my and self, I was actually rejecting, abandoning, insulting, silencing, ignoring and humiliating what He had created me as. So to awaken to myself, He sent His people through the years to help me come home to this my and the self. The my is his and the self is his. Through the pain of rejecting, he reminded me to choose him over everyone. Through the loneliness of abandonment, he reminded me to choose the time with him in solitude. Through the hurt of insulting my own self and allowing others to insult me by staying in places I felt unworthy, he taught me my dignity is not what others do or say about me or think about me, or even I think, say and do about myself, but in being a creation of his. My dignity is the relationship I have with my Malik, for he is my Malik and I a slave of his. That is what gives me dignity, not how I look, not what I earn, not where I live or which family I belong to or what nationality I am, what color of my skin is. None of that matters. For my dignity is that I am his slave. Through the silencing of my voice, he helped me connect to the sounds of his breath in my chest and my throat. When what I breathe every second of my life is a kiss from my Allah, how can that kiss be silenced? How can that kiss not be the purpose of my being, of healing me? My voice is the music to heal myself and others. My voice is his kiss of breath that moves in and out of my vessel. How can I or anyone silence the sound of his kiss for his creation? Through my voice, he reminds me, he speaks to me and many, many others through my breath. And so, my voice is the healing of truth that can't and must never be silenced. For my voice is the truth I came here to speak. And that truth is that my breath, my voice, is him speaking through me. With every breath, with every kiss, with every second, it's him. Through the deep, oh so deep grief and sadness of choosing to humiliate me over the years, humiliate my and the self, that is his creation, he taught me to stand up like a mountain, solid, straight, upright. For that mountain you see in the soul, for the mountain that you see is the soul of his essence in my clay body. I am that mountain, the one that looks up to him. How can I accept myself to fall and collapse based on what anyone thinks of me, including myself? I am his mountain, for in me is his soul. I am the water, for in me, I am the water of the oceans, for in me there is a world unknown filled with magic. I am the fire, for he put his light in my being. I am the air that carries the seeds of life across the globe. I stand tall like a mountain, for that is why he created the mountain, to teach me to be always looking up to him, for he alone is my Razzaq. I flow like water, for that is why he created the water, to teach me to purify myself by constant repentance to him and him alone. He is Ya Quddus, purifying me by washing my sins away and protecting me from all I can see and all that I can't. I am the fire, for that is why he created the fire, to nourish by burning away all that comes in my way as I rise towards his path. For he alone is my Malik, and only his light guides me to my heart, to his path, to him. I am the air, For that is why he created the air, to teach me I am his love. For in every breath I am kissed by my lover, my Rahman, my Rahim. When that who I am is the mountain, water, fire, air, I am the walk of the lion, the vision of an eagle, with the voice of a nightingale, resilience of an ant, and beauty of a swan. How can I not celebrate, value and honor the one my Allah, my Creator, my God, my Malik, my Rahman, my Rahim celebrates, values and honors? I waited so long to be seen, heard, valued and chosen, when all this time he was doing it through my whole existence. As I share this with you, it is a reminder for all of us today to stop the chase for needing to be anything for anyone other than him, for glorifying the act of pleasing others, that you are going to be making God happy by being a slave to a man or a career, for staying in places where Shaitan wants you to stay feeling hopeless and worthless. Stop letting fear of any kind stop you from returning towards his path. The journey might be hard, yes, and you will lose a lot. But what you will gain is his company, his guidance, and his remembrance. And nothing you lose will ever compare to him, for he is the creator of it all. Leave it all for him and see how he gives it all back to you as his love. For to him you belong and to him you will return. Stop wanting to be chosen by a person or a career or a path, when you are already chosen by the one who loves you, who created you, who values you, sees you, and knows you way more than you know yourself. When you live life being the ishq of your creator, the all of life becomes an act of ibadat. Sit with yourself, connect to your breath, awaken the mountain within you, burn the fire in you. Allow that air that you breathe in every second to survive in this realm. Be not just a breath, it is the kiss of your lover. How present are you with that kiss? How grateful are you of that breath? How connected are you to your soul? Bring in all that you think you were to becoming and being that what you already are through his eyes. See yourself as his. Love yourself as you want to be loved by him. And change your life by changing your inside and reminding yourself, to him you belong and to him you will return. I'm sending you lots of love, lots of peace and lots of light. May his light always surround you, always guide you, always hold you and remind you to turn towards him. In your repentance is your purification. Purify your heart, let go of attachments, move away from distractions. And if that's what you want to do, you are most welcome to join every Friday, 11 a.m. UK time, my free online sessions where I help you deepen your connection with your soul and your creator. You want to do the sessions on your own, you can join my Patreon. If you feel ready to be with your true and authentic self and live a life of purpose, you can also book me for a one-to-one spiritual healing for your heart and for your soul. I hope this session has helped you. If it has, do let me know, leave me a comment, and I would love to hear from you. Take good care of yourself, take a nice deep breath in, relax your shoulders and let go, and be just here in the being of his creation. Take care. Allah Hafiz.